What's going on, everybody? It's JB here, and finally we've got FIFA 17. It came through the post today. My brother and I have now got it, so we're dead over the moon. This is the first episode of our Burnley career mode. If you want me to do the journey with Alex Hunter, I can do that at an later date. We'll sign him up for Burnley and all that jazz. That'd be fantastic. But we start career mode as John Stutzy. He's now replaced John Dyche. He's my alter ego, if you like. I'm me, JB, of course, but my alter ego is John Stutzy, and he's managing Burnley now. He's taken over from Sean Dyche, and well, let's just see. So we play Swansea City first up. But first, before we go anywhere, let's just take a look at how we've got on with the transfer situation, because I think it's interesting. First of all, we got a starting budget of about £42 million. Okay. And then I used one of my transfer boosts, and that boosted the budget up to £100 million. Obviously, we had to take a few quid out for to cover the old wage budget, of course. But these are some of the players I've managed to bring in, and I'm going to do it in chronological order. The first two signings were sort of loan signings. Alex Iwobi's come from Arsenal. He's 20 years old. He's still a little bit raw, but we're going to see if we can give him a go. Might give him a go in the cup games to start with, and see how we go from there in the League Cup games to start with. Our big loan signing, our marquee loan signing is Marcus Rashford, and I think it's a clever signing. We've got him on a 2-year loan deal with a view to signing for about £10 million in 2 years' time. So a good signing there for us. We've bought back Kieran Trippier as well to the Clarets from Spurs. We paid just over £6 million for him. Good signing, good assist rate, can hit the can do set pieces really well. Andrew Robertson, that was another clever buy. If you need a left back in your lower end Premier League team, this guy is the man I would recommend to anybody doing a Burnley career mode or a West Brom or a Middlesbrough career mode, because he has got a very good. He's very good, and he comes good. If you train him up right, Andrew Robertson can reach 80 to 85. On if you train him properly. We've got him for £6 million plus Stephen Ward, so we've got a younger player in, and I think he'll be a lot better player as well. Kimmich, he was another big signing for us. We bought him for £14 million from Bayern Munich. He's 21 years old. I think he'll do well for us. He'll probably slot in alongside Stephen Defoe in midfield. I think he'll be a very good signing. And finally, so far, this is our signing so far. There's still a bit of time left in the window. Ryan Shawcross has come to us from Stoke for £14 million. They tried to get me to tempt him away to pay him £32 million, but I wasn't having any of it, so I paid the £14 million. So those are the signings to date. There'll be plenty more as we go on, but we've got the first of two games, both in Islet's Bob, and both from Turf Moor. First of all, you'll see the Swansea game. That's a league game to start with, and that's at Turf Moor, and then later on you'll see Liverpool as well. So let's just have a look at the fixtures for week 1 of the Premier League, as well as ourselves and Swansea. With Palace against West Brom, Everton against Tottenham, Hull against Leicester, the champions, Man City against Sunderland, Middlesbrough versus Stoke, and Southampton against Watford. And there's obviously some Sunday fixtures as well, but we'll go through those as we go along. Anyway, let's get over to Turf Moor for the start of the season. Remember, this particular career mode is being played on professional, so I've upped the stakes a little bit this time round, and our target is to get to 40 points. Let's find out how we got on against Swansea, and let's just see if we could get the first 3 points towards that magical 40-point mark. And that's what it's all about this season, getting to 40 points above anything else. Let's see how we got on as we take on Swansea at Turf Moor. Welcome to Turf Moor for opening day here. Burnley's first game back in the Premier League after promotion last season, and plenty of debutants for today's match. There's John Stutzy, the new Burnley manager, taking over from Sean Dyche, who's decided to have a break, and there's one of the debutants, Ryan Shawcross. fact, he's one of two there. Kimmich as well, both signed for £14 million, but there are other debutants as well making their debuts, like Marcus Rashford up front alongside Andre Gray. We'll give you the full lineup in a minute. Kieran Trippier and Andrew Robertson as well. We'll give you the full lineups in a minute. There's the Swansea side. Tough opposition, but Burnley worked hard to get into these sort of positions, and they're not gonna come up here and not take on Greedle inside and really give them a real examination here today. So let's take a check on the two teams. Burnley with several debutants. Kieran Trippier, right back, makes his second full debut for the club. Andrew Robertson, signed from Hull, comes in as well. Henrik and Rashford. Ray is his strike partner. Now for Swansea, watch out for Llorente. He could well be the key man there for Swansea up front. He's playing as a low striker with Leroy Fer in behind. No Gylfi Sigurdsson, he's gone to Liverpool, so Jack Cork and Leon Britton will have to try and pick up the pieces. The referee today is Anthony Taylor from Manchester, and we're ready for the start. So it's going to be Burnley in the current blue shirts to get us underway. They're going to attack the goal to our right, and off we go then. First day of a new Premier League season, and that's an early foul there by Leroy Fer, and that's the first yellow card of the season, and it goes to Leroy Fer as Swansea. A real dodgy tackle there, almost taking Rashford, the debutant, well and truly there off his feet. Nathan Dyer for Swansea. Rangel. Turn. Patient play here by Gridlin's men. Britton. Fer. Cork. Decent football. That looked like a charge there from Stephen Defoe, but it's carry on. Referee was happy to play an advantage there. Fer now trying to play it in. And Burnley now can get it forward up towards Rashford. But Jordi Amat comes back for Swansea City. Now Britton. Montero playing it in. Cork now. Little back heel there, and Llorente now. Little back heel again, and Jack Cork hits it over the crossbar. But a former Burnley man there with a real opportunity to make it 1-0, but I think Leroy Fer was in fact interfering with play and he was offside. Johan Berger Munson. Ray. Kimmich, good play again this time from Burnley. This looks promising. Kimmich does well there just to shake off a couple of players, and he's done well again, almost like a Cyrus Gear. Good ball in, and Gray with a header down, and a good save there from the former Arsenal goalkeeper Lucas Babianski. Had to get down well to it. Really decent header there, and now Swansea's turn to counter attack with Dyer. Now Rangel. Britton. Rangel again. Dyer once more. Good play this from Swansea. Llorente, the new signing. One of their record signings as well. Now Montero. Lovely ball in, and Cork's in behind again. Chance here. Good save by Heaton. And in the end, Trippier can get it away. But Greenland's man almost in there. So it's George Boyd with a throw there for Burnley. Defoe touching it back, and here's Boyd again. Was deflected and comes away once more. 10 minutes to go to half time. 0-0 is the score, and here's Dyer trying to get away from Defoe. Here's Leroy Fer. Fer doing well, but can't keep it going. And now Kimmich, the man they signed for 14 million from Bayern Munich. Big money for Burnley to obviously splash out. Here's Marcus Rashford. We've not really seen much of him as an attacking force. Trying to get Boyd in down the left, but he couldn't succeed in doing so. Closing stages now of the first half. Rangel, good tackle again. I have to say, both teams have really been very well disciplined defensively. Both goalkeepers have only had one meaningful shot to save each. So chances really in this first half really been at a premium as we go into the closing stages with Taylor. And good play by Taylor. Good defending there by Keane. Now good Munson. Swansea having quite a bit of the possession. more than Burnley, but not creating as much out of it as Burnley have. Munson trying to knock it back in again, but the pass was a little bit too strong. And it was straight in the arms of Fabianski. Apart from those two chances, really, it's been a first half of relevant disappointment as Mr. Taylor, the referee, blows for half time. Gray with a chance. Cork had a couple of opportunities. Both goalkeepers forced to make saves. Fabianski and Heaton, two smart saves. But at half time here, in opening day, it's Burnley 0, Swansea City 0. And here we go for the start of the second half. Ki Young-sun replaces Leon Britton as we begin to move into the second half. Rashford. Let's hope the second half will be a lot livelier. Rashford brought down, was he? Yes, Jordi Amat was the guilty party and he'll pick up a yellow card for that. Referee Taylor well on the spot. Rashford really twisted in one way and another, and in the end Jordi Amat had no other option but to bring him down and take a yellow card for the team. It's going to be Stephen Defoe here, right foot! Oof! Just bent it over the top of the bar, but it was a good effort from Stephen Defoe. Belgian international, there it is. There's the free kick, and just missed the crossbar there by a few inches. Just cleared it by a few inches, I should say. Good play again by Defoe, but he can't get Gray in behind that time. Now Rangel, Key, Dyer. Rangel in on the overlap, and here's a chance here for Boyd. And here's a chance for Andre Gray. Good save by Fabianski. Had to get down low to his left-hand side, but he did very well. Here's Key. Now Jefferson Montero. There's been a little surge of interest from the Clarets for his services. And in fact, the referee's going to book Trippier here. Looks a harsh decision because I thought Trippier got the ball. He had initially played an advantage, but Mr. Taylor right on the spot once again. Let's have a look at this again. Well, I think he gets the ball. I think that's the legitimate challenge. I think Guedo and his team have been dealt a very lucky hand there. Which is on for Dyer at the end of the second, at the end of all that. 23 minutes to go. And you think the closer it gets towards the finish, the more likelihood the likelihood that one goal could decide it all. Montero over this free kick. Goes short, in fact, to Rangel. And here's a chance now for Routledge. And Jack Cork once again. Well, he's had more chances than anybody else in the Swansea side. Jack Cork, the former Burnley man, with his left foot. And it's blazing into the Swansea fans behind Tom Heaton's goal. Cork again. Good run in, Montero, danger here for Burnley, Taylor, Montero, well held by Tom Heaton and had to do well. 4 minutes to go. One goal now was surely winning, and here's Rashford on the counter-attack, and Gray's in behind. It's Andre Gray. What a chance now for Burnley, and he's gone. Andre Gray with just 2 minutes to play, and that could be the goal that wins Burnley the match and their first 3 points of the season. Put it into one place where Fabianski couldn't get anywhere near, and he went like an arrow into the bottom corner of the net. And Turf Moor shakes to its very foundations. Andre Gray puts Burnley in the lead with a minute to go. We're into 3 minutes of time added on. Can Burnley hold out for a famous victory here? And their first ever top flight win against Swansea. Oh, here's Cork, danger here, and he's got in. I don't believe it. There's an old phrase in football, all's vulnerable when you've just scored a goal, and Burnley have relaxed. Maybe a little bit of time has crept in there, but here comes Jack Cork, who's been a menace to Burnley most of the afternoon. He's had the best of the chances for them, and I think it was probably inevitable he had to stick one away, and he stuck one right at the last knock-ins. Heartbreak for Burnley, and Swansea come away with a point, which they never looked like getting. Well, it looked improbable, and it's 1-1. And there is the final whistle blown by Mr. Taylor. And what a finish to a game of football which really had everything in it. Andre Gray thought he'd won it right at the last knock-ins. Rashford distraught there. when he beat Lucas Fabianski, but then 60 seconds later, Jack Cork, the ex-Burnley man, making it one each, and in the end, on opening day, Burnley and Swansea have to make do with the share of the spoils. Full time then at Turf Moor, Burnley 1, Swansea City 1. Well, it was going swimmingly then until the last seconds when Jack Cork equalised. Andre Gray put us in front. It was a dire first half. There wasn't too many highlights to pick out from that first half when we were editing, but the second half was much more lively. And we should have won the game. We should have closed it out, but Cork was allowed too much space and punished us. So we've come away with a point. It's not a bad start really. We're in 10th place, so we're in the top 10. We've only drawn Palace are top, Sunderland, Bournemouth, Chelsea, Leicester, Liverpool, Watford all have 3 points. The rest have all got one, apart from Arsenal, Hull, Manchester United were beaten by Bournemouth, would you believe? Liverpool, Arsenal, Hull, Man United, Southampton, West Ham, Man City and West Brom all lost. So it's been a little bit snakes and roundabouts in the Premier League. So that's the way it looks right now. So I don't know why we did. I don't know why we went to the FA Cup. So 1-1 wasn't a bad game really, all told. But that's the way it goes. Unfortunately, sometimes it's just one of those, I'm afraid. So we've got £49 million of transfer budget to go. We still need to look at some. I still think we need a little bit of creativity, possibly on the left-hand side. So we're going to have a look at some left wingers. We're going to have a look in the Premier League, of course, see if we can find some decent left wingers. I don't know why we've done that, to be quite honest. That wasn't what we wanted. So we'll have a look at some left wingers. I just feel as if we just lacked a little bit of creativity down the wings. So we're going to have a look at one or two players. We'll have a look at. We'll inquire about Damari Gray. Jan Januzaj there, but he's on loan at Sunderland. He would have been a good addition. There's Kennedy, James McLean, Kevin Morales. He's a bit too pricey. Montero, he could be worth a few bob there. I'm gonna might make a. I'll make a 12.5 million bid. I have to say, he impressed me on debut for Swansea, so I think he might fit the bill. Victor Moses as well. I'll inquire about him. And get a right, and we'll have a look at right wing as well, because I think we do need a genuine right winger. I like Gudmundsson, but I just want somebody with a bit of pace that could unlock some defences there. Nathan Dyer, of course, he won the Premier League with Leicester last time out. We'll have a look at him. Juarez will be a bit pricey. There's Jesse Lingard. How much will he be? I don't know. Eric Miller, Aaron Lennon. There's Nathan Redmond from Southampton. He might. Shaqiri, 22 million. I'm not so sure about him. Stuani, Andros Townsend, he's just come from Newcastle. There's Wilfried Zaha. So we'll have a look at these players. We're just so that's the way we stand after one game, and we'll have to see what happens there. Damari Gray, £3 million. Antonio, 6.5. So some decent offers. Nathan Dyer, 8.5. Jesse Lingard, 11. So we'll see what comes of them. Victor Moses, Wilfried Zaha, 21.5 million. I'm not so sure about that. I have to be honest with you. We're bidding for Jefferson Montero here. Now he wants 70 grand a week. We're going to offer him 69 grand. We'll get him on a 4-year deal. Crucial first teamer. I just think he'll improve our wing play that little bit better. Wilfried Zaha. We'll have a look at maybe a bidding for Antonio as well. He's 80 grand's worth, but I think he's worth a little buzz there. Get Mikel Antonio. I think he's a very good player. Have a look at Damari Gray as well. Just bring some genuine pace in there. We've got a left, and just make some moves and just make sure that that we're getting there. Anyway, big game now for us. We're down into 12th position. We play Liverpool now. Big opportunity for us to take 3 points. Let's see how we get on against Liverpool. Well, welcome to Turf Ball, where a week ago Burnley came so close to victory against Swansea. This week they've got an even tougher proposition, Jurgen Klopp's Liverpool, and it's going to be a tough test for John Stutzy there and his troops here this afternoon in the sunshine here at Turf Moor. Short sleeve crowd, should be great. Ragnar Klavan makes his full debut for Liverpool, Estonian international, 30 years old. And here he is making his debut. And let's take a check, shall we, before the start of the match on the two sides today. And it's going to be unchanged for Burnley. Same 11 which came so close to beating Swansea, getting their opening 3 points of the season. It's the same formation. George Boyd and Johan Berger Munson on the two wings. Stephen Defoe and Kimmich, they did very well in that first game. They keep their places, and it's Rashford and Gray up front for the Clarets this afternoon. One moment for John Stutzy's men as they take on Jurgen Klopp's men. There is Jurgen Klopp, arms folded, tracksuit, top, usual guys. Let's look at how they line up. Karius gets the ropes over, Mignolet in goals. Lucas Leiva is the actual captain. Danny Sturridge leads the line with Mane and Origi either side, and a chance here for Kevin Stewart in a three-man midfield to really make his mark for Liverpool today. So here we go then in the sunshine. There's Karius, the goalkeeper there for Liverpool, preferred to Simon Mignolet. The referee this afternoon for this second match of the season is Graham Scott. Rashford. Klavan, but Klavan got a good tackle in there, and a chance here for Kevin Stewart to lift the ball in up towards Mane, but he's offside. So a free kick to Burnley. As you see it again on the replay, just timed his run a little bit fast, but it was not much in it, I have to say. So a free kick to Burnley. Andrew Robertson to take it, the former Hull City man, Scotland international. Playing inside to Kimmich. And Kimmich just showed too much of that there to Stewart. Stephen Defoe in with a good block there. Kimmich again takes it up. He's got Rashford here. A chance here now. Marcus Rashford. Good save by the goalkeeper. That was a really good bit of goalkeeping there by Karius. Turning away for a corner. Good effort there from Rashford, and so close to his first Burnley goal. But Karius was in fantastic form there for Liverpool. Liverpool throw. Milner up against Trippier. Now Sturridge. Defoe to meet him. Defoe make a good interception again. And Burnley now starting to take the game a little bit to Liverpool. Here's Andre Gray. And Gudmundsson now making a break down the near side. And he's got away there from Moreno. And Gudmundsson now. But he's got three Liverpool defenders in for company. But he tries to go for the first time cross. But it's too close to Karius, who's able to go by that one okay. Not too bad at all. He's had a bit to do in this opening period of the first half as we approach the halfway mark of the first half. Here's Stewart, and here's a chance now for Stewart inside the final third. Mane's onside here, chance here, and he's hit the side netting. Big chance that for Liverpool, and Mane there, the former Southampton man, thrashed a good effort there into the side netting. Mane again. Lucas, good play now, Sturridge, Origi, good play now, here's a chance for Sadio Mane, who scored. Half an hour gone, and Mane, the former Southampton man, breaks the deadlock for Liverpool, goes to celebrate with the substitutes there, but a real terrible moment there for Burnley, caught out, split apart defensively, and Sadio Mane took full advantage of that. Here it is again. Burnley just caught themselves in a tangle defensively. Tom Heaton came out to try and block the shot. Made himself as big as he possibly could, but couldn't stop the ball going into the back of the Burnley net. Jurgen Klopp takes great delight in that, and so do 2,500 Liverpool supporters, and Sadio Mane makes it 1-0. Kimmich to Gudmundsson. Last real closing stages of the first half, and here's a chance for Kimmich, but Klavan gets back and gives Burnley a throw here. They've got a chance here if they can play it right here. That's a little bit of trip here, but Kimmich did well. Good cross in there. Boy, with a header! Just couldn't keep it down. In fact, it went wide as well. Real opportunity there for Burnley, but they're going to go into the break 1-0 down. Time changes. Whisper Burnley, Scott Arfield replacing George Boyd. He will go on the left hand side. And for Liverpool, Jordan Henderson replaces Kevin Stewart. Here come Liverpool now with James Milner. Good play again. And Manny again in behind. And he's done well. Robertson tracked really well there. Chance here for Robertson to get it away. Arfield playing it on, but he's giving it away here. And here comes Manny again. Against Robertson, Mark 2, he's absolutely skinned Robertson as if he didn't exist. Ball knocked half away, and it's been turned in by Origi. It's 2-0 to Liverpool, and it was an unfortunate goal for the Clarets to concede, really, because the ball was knocked only half away, and in the end, it turned out to be the second goal. There's the ball knocked away. And unfortunately for the Clarets, they're now 2 goals down. Origi gets the second, and Burnley now have a mountain to climb with an hour gone, and it's 2-0 to Liverpool. And here come Liverpool on the charge once again with Moreno. Referee playing a good advantage there. That was good referee from Graham Scott. Here's Manny again. Oh, he's swiveled and turned and absolutely buries it. 3-0, and surely game, set a match to the man from Anfield. 2,500 Liverpool supporters in the away cup absolutely go ballistic as Sadio Mane just swivels, turns, takes 2-3 Burnley defenders out of the game, and then hits an unstoppable grasping shot past the despairing dive of Tom Heaton to the delight of Jurgen Klopp there, and it's 3-0, and that's his second of the game. 2 goals in 6 second half minutes, and that has done for the Clarets, I'm afraid. And it's all about pride now for the next 25 minutes or so. That remains. Here's Gray, wins it away from Milner. The 2 number 7s, and it was the Burnley number 7 who came off best, and then he's finishing, let him down as he dispossessed Milner, got in on goal. Great chance here, and just got his finish sadly wrong to the despair of John Stutzy. Clyde. Liverpool now they know now that the game is won. It's just a question of how many here for them. Moreno's cross, danger there! And Manny so close to his hat-trick. Now Arfield. At least Burnley haven't given up the fight, and have still decided to have a go and really make a real goal for themselves. Rashford! Good effort by the Manchester United loanee. Lined up the shot, hit it right foot, but just drifting wide of the goalkeeper's far post. Munson has lost out this time to Klavan. Now deep goal to Origi. There's 4 minutes left, and Liverpool now looking to seal it with a 4th. And that's the cross in, knocked away. Kimmich there. Burnley now playing without fear or pressure. But here's Scott Arfield. I think Stanley could well be going second bottom tonight. Here's Kimmich. Trippier. Is there one last chance here for Burnley just to register a goal here? Gudmundsson. Arfield is making a good break towards the back post, and what a volley that is, but he just couldn't keep it down. Well, they've had chances, Burnley. This 3-0 scoreline for Liverpool has not been as clear-cut as a lot of people would suggest. And Burnley have had chances, and Scott Arfield has plays the last of them over. But Liverpool, the difference between Burnley and Liverpool today has been the finishing of Messrs Manny and Divkot Origi. They've really proved the difference. As referee Graham Scott calls time on the game. So 3-0 winners Liverpool, but it wasn't as clear-cut as the scoreline probably suggests. Burnley did have 4 or 5 good opportunities, but just couldn't finish. And Liverpool took their chances when they needed it most. 2 goals for Manny, 1 for Origi, and 3 points on their way safely in the bank. Well, Liverpool were just... Well, the difference was Sadio Mane. He was terrific, 2 terrific goals. You know, they didn't... I don't think they deserved to win it by 3. We had chances, as you've seen in the highlights. We just couldn't finish. Arfield's volley there at the end summed up the frustration a little bit, but... let's give Liverpool their fair dues. They absolutely murdered us 3-0, but the scoreline did. Let's be fair, the scoreline did flatter them. Anyway, that now leaves that defeat, coupled with that draw for us against West Brom. We've dropped down to 19th. Everyone's played 2. The leaders at the moment are Liverpool, so they are looking very sharp. Jurgen Klopp's got a good side together. We've still got. I think we've still. If we can get a couple of wingers in. Then I think we'll start moving up the table. It's just a bit frustrating, and we've got Chelsea next, and I don't see where the next points are going to come from there. If we get a point, that'll be something, but I can't see it happening somehow. So we are looking down the barrel a little bit now. So we're second bottom after 2 games. I know our job is to avoid relegation, but it's looking it's looking tough. At the moment, Mikel Antonio, Jefferson Montero's declined. I think he wants 70 grand. I think so. We'll have to give him 70 grand. I think at the end of it all, he wants crucial. So I'm going to see if I can get him for that. And he wants a 3-year deal. Mikel Antonio, he wants 82 grand. So I'm going to have to. I'm going to have to go into my old budget and fiddle that about a little bit. Like so. So we might have a look for one more player. He wants... We'll offer him 80. Not sure if he's worth 82 grand a week, but I think he's a very good player. I think going to a new club might help him. Might help him there a little bit, and I think with them 2 on the flanks, I think they would help. I think enormously. You know, as far as balance of the side are concerned, Antonio's accepted, so that's a good sign for us. So we've signed him. As for Jefferson Montero, he's refusing to budge, so we're going to offer him 79,000 a week and a 5-year deal. I want to get him because I think he's top dollar. I think he could do better than Swansea. I really do. So we'll see how that Jefferson Montero deal. If we can get him over the line, that would be fantastic. And then we've got genuine whip down there, and we've got him. We've had to pay a few grand more for his wage, but I don't care. So we've got Jefferson Montero, and there's about 26 million quid left in the bank. So that's looking good now. So things are looking up right now for us, despite the defeat to Liverpool. But you know, things can only get better from there. Well, that's it from me. I hope you enjoyed the first video of the career mode. Sorry we haven't brought a Burnley victory. But we brought some class signings in, and hopefully you'll see them come to fruition. Our next video includes games away at Chelsea and at home to Hull. They're the next 2 games, and then there's a Midlands double header when we play Leicester away and Nottingham Forest at home in the Cup. So those are the episodes further down the line. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like. They'll also tomorrow, as well as that, we'll be bringing you a couple of Premier League commentaries in real life as well. Palace against Everton and Burnley against Arsenal on Sunday. So plenty to look forward to on the YouTube channel. But for me, JB, have a good day, take care, and I'll see you later.